Hello! This one is another one for the ladies. This one is actually really just for women, so if you're a guy, just stop watching because there's nothing for you here. You've been warned. So, ladies, this is like the secret to being a woman. That's what this is about, is what it means to be a woman, what it means to come into your power as a woman, all the good stuff about being a woman. And it's the stuff that people in our world have lost touch with. It's really a lost art that I have discovered on accident and realize isn't completely lost, but it's pretty lost. I have had a number of people tell me that I have a very primal energy and a very sensual presence. And that's something I've developed over time. And I stumbled upon it because it was such a source of healing for me. It was such a source of self-love. It was kind of something that happened for me because I was loving myself and I started listening really deeply to my desires and to what I really wanted. And I really wanted to be in this intense energy of my feminine sensuality and sexuality, and it just felt drawn to cultivate that as part of my life. And I did. And then my life started changing dramatically. Like my parenting changed and my marriage changed, and the way that I dress and the way that I talk and every aspect of the way that I live has changed for the better. My relationships, my friendships are fuller. I have so much more natural desire to do the things that make up my life. It's like coffee without, it's like that's one piece of it. Like there's this natural motivation and desire to do what my life is about. I am in love with my life now. So that's what this is about. So if you practice the side effects are becoming a badass, really enjoying your life to the full, tapping into your full power, and enjoying every little aspect of your life, being able to tap into enjoying food, enjoying sex, getting what you want out of friendships and relationships, all of them, not just your like romantic relationship, but literally every other relationship as well. And really just tapping deeply into your actual power as a woman. Like, what does that mean? What does that look like? And this is this deep primal thing. And I think a lot of times we see it and express it as, or we see something connected to it as like the mothering instinct, which is part of that. But there's a deeper, more essential feminine instinct that's part of what it means to be a woman, is part of this experience of being feminine, and it's very primal, just like the mothering instinct, but it's deeper than that, and it has more to do with your identity as a woman than anything else. And it's genuinely one of the most powerful energies in the world. Like, we all know women who just have that ability to influence the people in their lives in a way that you can't understand why. Like, you can feel it in their energy, but you're like, I don't know why this person is so powerful. Like, I can't understand why everyone does what this person wants them to do. Everyone loves this person. Why does she have it? Where can I get that from? That's what I want. That's kind of what we're talking. That is exactly what we're talking about here. So to start on this path, if that's something you want, this whole thing starts with two things. The biggest thing is cultivating your desires. And I mean like your biggest desires, your the things, your desires are what make you you and what allow you to really be engaged in your life. When you want something, when you want any experience, you're going to be really engaged in it. Like a really basic example, imagine you've been out hiking for 3 hours and you haven't drank any water, and you've never enjoyed water so damn much as in the moment that cold water hits your lips and your tongue when you're like parched. You know, it's that kind of thing where whenever you want something really badly and you're feeling the desire for it, when you get it, it's the most sweet experience you can have. So desire is something we can cultivate more of, and it's really important to cultivate more of it because it's the origin of everything good in life is desire. And I really think, I know, again, I can only really speak for women, and I am speaking to women, but I think there is something unique about our form of desire, something that is very sensual and it's extravagant. It's this whole concept that all of these things are really just for their own sake, And that's part of what makes it so powerful, is that there's no ulterior motive. It's just good things for their own sake, you know? That's it. And there's something so overwhelmingly powerful about that. So the first step to this is listening to your actual desires and like just allowing yourself to enjoy things. Enjoy the food you eat. Enjoy it till you're making noises that you think might make other people uncomfortable, until you're going, it's so good, like over and over again. Like that's the feeling you want to cultivate. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. It can be coming from food, from music, from like a really good stretch or an exercise that you love. I get that feeling when I stretch because I love stretching, or like yoga or anything, whatever your preferred form of movement is. Time in nature, like anything, you know, or laughter is also really potent. Anything that just gets you like wildly, ridiculously drunk on laughter is amazing. And just connecting to those desires, to fulfilling your desires, pursuing the things that give you that kind of feeling in any form, as often as you can, all the time. Pursue the things that make you feel that way. And again, this is like it's an embodied experience. It's your soul and your body both having that, oh my God, this is so good kind of feeling. You want that to be just dripping in every part of your life. Like it, just pursue it. Do whatever it takes to get it. And a big part of this, as you probably can tell, is letting go of what other people think of you. It's really, really important that you give zero fucks to what anyone else thinks of you enjoying your life. You will not enjoy your life if you care about what other people think of you. I guarantee it, that you will never be able to make those noises in public and enjoy your life that much and be happy and free and carefree and just so in your life if you care about what other people think of you. So that's one thing that will have to go. It's kind of a side effect. In order to really enjoy something, you're not, I mean, when you are truly enjoying something, you will naturally not be thinking of anything else. So this is an invitation right now. Get a notebook, get a piece of paper, pull out your notes on your phone, whatever it takes, and write down either what already does or what you think might give you the feeling of either, I feel like a woman right now, like I just feel like a woman, or, oh my God, this is so good. Either of those feelings are the things you go for. My examples are nature. Like whenever I'm out in the wild hiking 14ers or out on long hikes, I literally never feel so much like a woman as when I'm in nature. Who knows? I have no idea why, but it brings out the wild, it brings out the primal, it brings out this, oh my God, I feel like a woman right now. Like there is no other place on earth I feel that way except in the wild. Food for me is another big one. Dancing, and really just letting my body do what it wants. There's an exercise you can do, and it's actually, there's a whole practice. There's something called ecstatic dance, and I learned about it from a friend. Hi, Carol. But I also have cultivated the practice organically because I realized in the practice that I do of dancing in front of in front of this iPad with the mirror where I can see myself, that my best and sexiest and most potent dance moves come when I'm completely in the flow and literally just letting the music move my body however it wants and just completely surrendering to it. No judgment, nothing, just absolute surrender to how does my body want to move to this music right now? Because the same song can give you a whole different dance over time depending on what you're bringing to the table. But it's a really powerful way to really just surrender to what your body wants to do, because our bodies have so much innate wisdom. As women, our bodies are we are each like Mother Earth. Like our bodies have so much wisdom in them. So listen to your body, listen to your, what your hips want to do, and listen to the desire to move your shoulders in a certain way, and the desire to, whatever it is you want to do it. And believe that it's sexy, and believe it's amazing, and believe that anyone would have so much fun dancing with you in this way. It's so true. Like we are our most powerful, our sexiest, our most ourselves and most alive when we really believe in our own beauty and our own worth and in the goodness of our desires and what that feels like to ourselves and to other people. And this brings us to a belief that I want to talk about. It kind of goes back to the body image, like the kind of what I like to call the vanilla level, like of body image, where it's just the basic stuff. So a lot of people think that your attractiveness, especially for, well, I guess everyone really, that attractiveness is like a physical thing, right? Like I've got, as a woman, we might think like I've got a nice waistline or a nice ass, or I've got big boobs, or whatever it is you think that makes you hot. or that you think you can't be hot because you don't have it. That's only 50% of the equation. 50% of the, and this is like genuine, I'm not joking, this is the way the world works. Like it's 50%, even, there are people out there who, I'll save that for later. So 50% just physical, 50% it's your energy. It's your energy, it's the confidence you have in yourself, because sexiness is something you infuse into your body. It doesn't come from your body. It's something you put into your body by who you are in your energy. Sexiness is an energy. It's nothing else. It doesn't have necessarily anything to do with the way you look. It's something you infuse. And honestly, your body will change. Your face will change. Your everything about you will change when you're infusing it with that energy. But it really is something that starts on the inside and we put into our bodies. And as you can tell, just imagine that for a moment, how much more power you have now. Because you don't have to wait for the day where you've got the nicest outfit or the day where you've got the body you want. You are, all the sexiness you can ever have is inside of you right now. And I think part of this too to understand is I'm talking about this this is mainly for your enjoyment. You do all these things simply because it makes you feel good. It's not for anybody else. It's just for you. This is your power. It's your sexiness. It's your lusciousness, and it's for you to enjoy. Other people can enjoy you enjoying it. Other people will enjoy being around you because of this. But the point is for you to really just be in that space because you love being in that space, because it feels so damn good, because it does. That's it. But again, it comes from the inside out. And to answer, I think, probably a question arising in a lot of people's minds at this point, yes, there are people who really only see the physical. Who gives a fuck? You don't want to be around those people anyways. They don't have anything to offer. So, don't care about that. Yeah, it's really just pursue what makes you feel amazing. That's the biggest thing. Really believe in your own beauty, believe in the feeling of your own sexiness and confidence, believe in the feeling of goodness you get when you engage in the things that just make you feel so turned on as a woman, as a person. Believe in that energy, enhance it, look for it, just soak yourself in it. And what happens is you start to trust your desires, and you start to trust yourself, and you really seek this out. Some of the things that happen are that you're more decisive, because you're living life from a place where you actually care about what you value. You're living from yourself, and you have a unique purpose on this earth. You have a unique gift and a unique life and a set of values that will allow you to achieve all that you are meant to achieve. Now, the only way to really achieve that is to listen to yourself. Listen to your desires, and they'll guide you. But when you start living this way, it automatically clears out all the shit you don't want anything to do with anyways. You start saying no to things you don't care about because it's like, well, that doesn't make me feel good, so I'm not doing that. And you start saying no to the relationships and the people and the situations that make you feel yucky. Or you find a way to put up boundaries so that you can keep going to those places or keep interacting with those people and not feel yucky. So it enhances your boundaries, it gives you a decisiveness. It gives you a direction in your life, because then as you're living your life and you come to a space that is dark and there's nothing, you don't know where am I going next? What do I want? Your desires will lead you and guide you in that way. So it really connects you to your inner wisdom, because there's also a secret lying in here that what the world needs from you is whatever you love to do. That's what other people need from you. So the best way to serve the world is to tap into what you want to do. What are you good at? What do you enjoy? From that place, you will automatically offer the world exactly what it needs from you. It's a beautiful, beautiful synergistic kind of relationship, that what you desire to offer is exactly what the world needs from you. And that it always works that way. And so the best way to serve the people in your life is this way. The other thing that happens is it really enhances your relationship, because you start coming to, and again, even relationships, like for me, it's enhanced my relationship to my children. Because I live from desire now, I come to my children wanting to be with them, wanting to engage with them, curious about them, because I have this worldview of what's interesting, what's beautiful, what makes me happy. And so I look at my kids and I see, wow, look at the heart of this child. Look how beautiful this aspect of them is. And I come over and I give them a hug and say, I love that you're like this. I love that you have this quality. And I have a natural desire, as you build your desire to love, which is so core to who we are as women comes to surface, and you want to love your children simply because you do. It takes the obligation. Obligation is replaced with desire. I mean, there's nothing more amazing and powerful than that. And it allows, I mean, and then the children feel so much more loved because they know you're coming to them. They can sense, I mean, children, again, they see through bullshit. Like, they've got x-ray vision. You cannot hide your intentions from a child. So when you're coming to any children in your life as a woman, whether they're your children, children you work with, any child, any person, when you come to them because you want to, that enhances their lives because they feel wanted for who they are, because they are, because you have a space where you can see them in all their beauty and glory, and you can love them and engage them and celebrate that and encourage it and help it grow because it's beautiful, and you just want more of that for them because it's beautiful and it's who they are and you love them. So it really enhances things in a really beautiful and I would say holy and in just really holy way, like a really, really beautiful way. Same thing with friendships, any and all of your friendships. This is another place to go. If you have friends who just make you feel amazing and make you feel so yourself, hang out with them as much as you can. No matter what that takes, hang out with those friends, pursue those people. That's going to help you so much to tap into that part of you, because there are certain people in this world that really just make you feel like you more than anyone else. And it's one of those phenomenons that can't really be explained. I mean, I have a couple of these friends who I feel so alive and so myself when I'm with them. It's medicine. It's amazing. It's the most beautiful experience. So find those people. And that's the thing too, is when you're being most yourself, you'll lose some people, but you wouldn't want them anyways. And then you'll start attracting people who actually love you for who you are, because you're being who you are and you're not trying to be a likable person. You're just being you. And I can speak from experience because I'm a really intense person with some really intense beliefs, and I'm a very strong flavor. And so I know that not everyone will love me, but then that means that the people who do reach out to me regularly to continue having a relationship and a friendship with me, it means the world, because they obviously just love me for who I am, because I'm not hiding anything. And that's the kind of friendships you can have when you tap into just being yourself, and into this desire and into this mode of being. Because in that space, again, you're so childlike and so free and just enjoying things. And when you're around people in that way, it's such a beautiful freedom, and a real juicy, deep, delicious, and nourishing friendship can grow from that place. And again, I think that's, as women, we just are so into relationship. And I don't know about you, but I personally, for me, it's about the depth of the relationship more than the number of friends I have. It's the depth of the friendships. And you can really tap into really deep friendships that hit the core of your heart and help you grow and nourish you and just make you feel so blessed and so loved. So those are some of the areas that will change, and that's kind of how they change when you do this. The last kind of piece that I want to touch on here is actually like how this changes your sexual relationship, or your relationship with your romantic relationship. Because this has a lot of, and this is part of the reason this is only for women, this has a lot of weight in the bedroom. Because one of the things that makes you confident as a woman and gives you this sexual confidence is that you kind of know what you're doing, like in a sexual way. Like, like if you know that you know what you're doing in bed, it just gives you more confidence the rest of the day in general. Like, it's just one of those things that just makes you feel good about yourself. And so it has a positive impact on the rest of your life automatically. And the way to become good in bed is to listen to your desires, because those primal instincts are there for a reason. And if you really enjoy something, or you want to do something in bed, do it. See what happens. Take a risk. Those are the things that might surprise you, that the person you're with is like, where did this come from? This is amazing. And if you really start exploring that, it enhances that relationship, and then it just gives you this kind of home space, this home of confidence. And it really enhances your power in all your other relationships for that reason alone. Just because you have more confidence in yourself and in your own desires, that enhances every other area of your life. And that's it's just a beautiful thing. It really is. It adds and I mean, words really can't. This sounds what's coming out of my mouth sounds ridiculous compared to the reality of it. The reality that my life has shown me is so much bigger than anything I could ever say in front of a camera. Like it's mind blowing. Like your mind gets exploded into a million pieces and you find a whole new reality outside of the little box that used to be in there. It's beautiful. And the more that you trust your desires and yourself, the more confidence you're going to have, again, in your romantic relationships, in making a move or not making a move. Another thing that this enhances is too, if any woman out there, which I think probably a lot of us have struggled with, like not having enough of a sex drive at times, when you just get to a place where you're just enjoy the fact that you're good in bed, because it's like everything else. It's like, I'm good at this. I enjoy being good at this. I don't care if I'm really in the mood. I can have fun making him have a good time, and that's huge, because that can really, like, sometimes when you do that, not always, but regardless of whether you end up getting into it or not, that will absolutely enhance your sex life as a whole, your relationship as a whole, your confidence as a whole, and it helps balance it. For me, it's really helped balance out that whole, like, how do I get myself in the mood when I'm not in the mood, but I want to be in the mood kind of thing. Like, that's been the key for me, is just being like, oh, well, I like the fact that I'm good at this, so I'm going to go have fun being good at it and just see what happens, leave it open-ended. So yeah, that's it. I don't want to make this too overwhelming, but again, this is like, do try this at home. Do try this at home. Go enjoy things, follow your heart, listen to your desires, love yourself, and watch how it changes the world. That's it. Love y'all. Mwah!